Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to be doing some embellishment clusters. I haven't done these for ages, so I thought that I would revisit again because I love making them. I used to love making them, and then I started making them in front of the TV instead of doing on camera. So I thought this time I would do it on camera, and I'm using the new collection from Uniquely Creative called Coastal Bliss, and it can be as sea orientated as you like, really, or travel orientated as you like. So it's really quite a soft colour, and it's got a dye to go with the kit, coastal grass dye, and I've cut out some coastal grasses. Whether I'll use them or not, I don't know. First of all, I'm going to use these three elements. That's from the Creative Cuts. That's Fussy Cut. That's from the Creative Cuts, and this is from, there's 4 of them together, and I just cut one of them off because I thought the 2 of them went together, and I cut this beautiful, it said beautiful life, so I cut off the life and just using that. So we'll see how I'm just going to build up layers using these 2 elements to start off with, and quite often I like to put one on the side and one, you know, different positions rather than sort of the same position, like not like straight like that. I used to like to angle it off to the side just because it just gives it a bit more interest. And I'm going to cut that because I don't want it all. Save that for a rainy day. And just angle it like that. Let's have a look. These are hibiscuses flowers here. Very tropical. Where it can be like that in Queensland and in parts of New South Wales and the top parts of Queensland and Western Australia. So I'm going to put the word here like that. I could have probably should have foam mounted that to give it a bit of texture, so that, let's do that. Because I'm only doing this side here, not gluing anything except that side. Just need to do it on that side. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to put that word down now. And so when it goes on the card, it'll be nice and already got layers already there. Got a bit of cheesecloth, Hessian, what's it called? Just put it away 2 seconds ago. I haven't got the package anymore. I subscribed to the Uniquely Creative kit, and this is what this is from. Just going to add that texture there. Glue on the bottom because that's where I want it. And then when it goes on the card, it'll just be stuck down like that. Whether I'll put a background in that, I don't know yet. I'm just going to put that, oops, here. Or should I use one of these new little doilies? think I might use the doily rather than the Life Boy. Life Boy looks good though. I'm going to cut that off so I can use it somewhere else. Just going to put glue on the ends there because it goes in the back. Okay, and then does this one go around there as well? Was it too much? Whoops, lost it. Okay. Didn't leave it set. It's not helpful. Try that. Could put that there. I think I might do that. These are quite lovely too from Uniquely Creative. I'm trying to use just Uniquely Creative products here, so that if you use Uniquely Creative you can know where you can get it from. But if you don't have Uniquely Creative, I'm sure you can have similar effect with flowers and create your own Life Boy, or that's so that can go on a card like so. I'm not going to use this background. We could turn it over and use that one. I'm going to say we haven't used a seagrass card. No, I haven't used a seagrass, have I? I think it needs to be not in the cluster itself, but on the card. So I'll put them in the card on the cards later. Needs to be something like that. Anyway, enough fiddling. That's one cluster. Just put them to one side for a minute. The next cluster I'm going to use a shutter and turn it on its side and use the word birthday. I'm going to use this cluster of flowers that I fussy cut out, and the wheel. We might use that wheel, we'll see. And there's a bag of books and things like that. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use them all yet. I haven't decided. Put them on there. Okay, that should be enough. Drowning my little embellishment there. You might think that's too busy for you. You can just put as much as or as little as you like on your embellishment clusters. Once upon a time I didn't like putting words on top of the pictures, but I don't mind so much now. It's funny how your style changes a little bit. I think mine's just changed a lot because I quite like a lot of white space these days. That's not coming off. Come on, okay. Got it. And this one. Right, let's pop that there. Top of the. And I'm thinking of cutting this off like so, just at a slight angle. Like that, so you have a layers. You might think that's a bit of a waste of a shutter, but you can still see the shutter elements from just doing the other side like that. Yeah, the more I look at that one, the more I'm thinking I'm going to take that doily off. I think it's a bit too busy. So I'm just going to take that off. Does if it comes away without the hessian. And you can go on a card sideways. Like that. Like that. Or if you want a clean background, like that. Choices. So let's have a look, which wheel should we use? This wheel. Whoops. Just trying to work out where I want the wheel. Not the wheel. Lifebuoy. Got bits of hessian flying around everywhere here because it's sticking to my fingers before. Quite like that. Let's see what it looks like with the big one. I really like the big one. Really like the big one. So I'm going to cut that off as well, because you can use a bit of it later on something else. That way you're not using up a whole element on one thing. I mean, I'm making cards, but you can do it on your scrapbooking layout, these embellishment clusters, or journals, or daily planners, whatever you like really. Your folios. Don't want this one here as well, this bag of goodies. No, I think I'll just leave the bag of goodies over there, and I don't think it needs anything else. I think it'll be too busy otherwise. Could do that one there. Yes. You know, sometimes I don't really have an idea. I did have a bit of an idea of what the general plan was, but then this sort of adding things, I was just going to use this as one thing, but cutting in half makes it look good. And I wasn't going to use the wheel and the lifebuoy like this, so I hadn't thought of that. That's why playing is fun. You discover all sorts of things that go together. Just try and get rid of the excess glue off my cluster. So that's my second cluster. My last cluster. I haven't got any grass on that one either, but I could. Like this, like that. Or like that, even. We'll see. I'm not going to do any cheesecloth on that one. Just got on this one, the pink one. It's got pinks and blue on that one. I love the colours. So for this one I'm using the back of this word here because I'm not a scrapbooker, so I'm not going to be using that word. So I'm going to use it as a base for my next element. Just going to go underneath. I could just cut some of this white stuff off, the extra white around the elements. This is from the Creative Cuts. It's a bit, some people call them die cuts. Uniquely Creative, they call them creative cuts. Okay, that'll do. Let's stick a bit too much on that side. Going to use a bit of glue on the bottom here. If you're wondering, I'm using boils from Bunnings. I was having trouble getting hold of any 450 in the shop, in the Spotlight. Couldn't see any. I looked at a number of stores online and they didn't seem to have any either, so somebody recommended this boil. It does have a very strong odour, so if you don't like, or it makes you feel ill, it's not for you. I don't like strong smells really normally, but I've got my fan on, and normally I craft with my door open, but I've got it shut while I record. Goodness me, what a mess I made of this one. Too much glue. Okay, so this one's going to go like that. This one is going to go straight under basically, mainly because of the top heaviness of the flowers. If you sort of go to the side, not sure if I want to have the stripy bits showing on both sides to offset this floral arrangement here. Just going to cut that there and turn it into a banner. And then it's going to have the word bliss. Oh, I should have foam mounted that one. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll foam mount the word instead. I should have foam mounted the word flower. Didn't do any foam mounting in this one. Doesn't always need it, but I do like to give layers and texture to my cards normally. You can see there's layers then there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers in that one. It's so relaxing doing this. I think that's why I like doing in front of the TV, because I found it kept my fingers and hands busy, but it was relaxing at the same time. Bliss. Got this element here, so what I did was I took this Waves for Days piece of 12 by 12 and just put my card down, traced around it and cut it out so that it would fill up the whole card space. That might not be your thing. And I'm going to use this here, and I'm going to use the wheel there, maybe grass or two. Should put the wheel there because that's where the design is going. No, I don't think it. No, I think it goes better there. But the grass could go that way. Cut a few, so I could use a couple. I haven't stuck anything down yet. But there's your. Just leave it like that for the moment, so you can see what the card would look like when it's finished. And you could do a bit of a border around it if you wanted to. I quite like the way it is at the moment. I don't know if it needs anything else like this bag of books, but I think it's a bit busy if it did that. Doesn't need a doily here, just to add a little bit more interest, or a bit of, just so you can see what it looks like with different things there. That looks effective, I think. And then, but you could also use the muslin. People call it different things. It's confusing. I can't remember what Tracy called it. Just need to have it so it's more on that side, like a net. Like that. Okay, perfect, I think. And you just keep adding or taking away as much as you like, really. That's why I haven't stuck anything down, because I may not finish up with that exactly. We'll see. Still not happy with the way the muslin is looking at the moment, so I just have to keep fiddling with it until I like it, because I always find one of those things really hard to do sometimes for cards is fitting the muslin in. I might just bunch it up around the bottom here. That looks better. Just bunch it up like that. Yeah, that looks good. Thank you very much for joining me while I made my clusters. Have a go at making your clusters yourself, and then you can turn your clusters into cards, or you can add them to your scrapbooking layout, or you can put them in a journal or your daily planner, or whatever you want to do, really. So thank you very much for joining me. Please take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.